Hi everyone, welcome you all. Today we are going to learn three functions. Okay, these are, first of all, we are going to learn a pivot which gives you a different perspective by changing rows into columns. And then we are going to learn pivot underscore table functions. So basically this function gives you transformed data into rows and columns, plus it also gives you summary reports. Okay, like for example, what is the total count of something. And finally, we are going to learn to sort a data frame by using a sort underscore values function. Okay, so without a delay, let's get started. So allow me to move to my notebook or Jupyter notebook. Now here is my console. First of all, I'm going to import a package called pandas as pd. Okay, so this is the package. What I'm going to do is I'm going to retrieve a data from a CSV file. For this, we have a file in D drive, and in drive D drive demo, and I have already created a file called data underscore pivot. Okay, so let's see this file in our notepad. Now you can see segment, country, product, and these are my columns, and then we have some records. Okay, so I'm going to read this file. To read this file, we need a data frame to store this data, df.pd.read underscore csv, and then specify the path. Okay, so r, and let's specify the path, that is d drive demo slash data underscore pivot.csv, and that's it. We are done with this, and let's print this data. Okay, df1, and let's print this. So now this contains my 13 rows, but I want only 5 rows. Okay, this will be enough for the first function. So dot head, obviously we have learned head function, it will retrieve only 5 top rows. Okay, so let's run twice. So now you can see my data frame is created, and let's use a pivot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is using a pivot, df1 dot pivot, and then we have to supply 3 parameters. Okay, the first one is called index. Okay, and second one is called columns, and third one is called values. Okay, so index will be your rows. Okay, which column you want to act as a rows. For example, segment column is perfectly fine for us, so we are going to specify a segment. Okay, so segment will act as my rows, and let's have country column will be fine for me right now. Country, be careful about the names, so C is capital here, and let's say unit sold is my values. Okay, sold. Okay, so third one was values. Now let us execute this one, and I will explain you what is going on. Okay, so here is the result. Let us see how it function works. So first of all, we have supplied a index is equals to segment. Now you can see all the unique values in the segment act as my rows. Okay, and then I have specified a column as a country, so all the unique values in the country column act as my columns. Okay, and then values are my values corresponding to this data. So for example, here you can easily check in which segment how many items are sold in which country. Okay, so this is very easily done using a pivot, which is not possible for a very huge elements. Now try to retrieve this piece of information in the above data frame. So to check this, I have to go manually. Okay, government is here, and then I have to check it is in Canada. Okay, government is here and it is in Germany. So basically only 2 countries contain this, and similarly for market, it is a really a very tedious task. Now in my example, government and mid-market are contiguous. This makes my life easy to summarize the data, but this may be not the case in other examples, and there may be a data which is very huge or contains lakhs and lakhs of rows. Okay, so in that scenario you will find yourself in difficult situation, but pivot can make your life very easy. Right, now what if I specify another column in values section? Okay, I'm going to do it comma, let's say sales price. Now let's try to hit enter, and you can see I have a syntax error, so let's correct it and see. Now you can see I have two separate sections. First is unit sold, and second is sales price. Okay, so in this way you can specify more than one values. Now what if we do not specify these values? Okay, now you will see rest of the columns are mentioned in my data frame. So basically it gives you a transformed form where you can easily check out summary of a government or mid-market, okay, or any customized column. Now let us jump to our first line of our code. Here we have read 5 lines. Now let us have a complete data frame from the CSV. Okay, so if I print this, now you can see I have a data frame, but notice we have a government with the country Canada, government with the Germany, government with Germany. So basically this piece of our data is repeated. Okay, you can see here. Okay, and many more can be have multiple instances which cannot be used as a aggregate function. Let us try this. Okay, so values is equals to, let's say, unit sold, units underscore sold. Okay, now let us try, and we are going to straight run into error that is called a value error. If I show you index contains duplicate entries, cannot reshape. Okay, you can easily think why it is, because we cannot create a row for a government Germany, government Germany, and government generally, because these have the different values for a same record. Get back to our original example. Now here it is possible because it has a unique value, government Germany. Now think of a situation where we have this column contains multiple values, comma 10 20, comma 30 40. So basically this is why pivot returns a error. Okay, to address this problem we have another function called pivot underscore table. So let us learn this. First of all, let us learn the syntax of it. Pivot underscore table, here you can supply index is equals to same, let's say we are using this time also segment, then specify the columns. Let's specify the columns, comma, let's say we are going to specify values is equals to units underscore sold. Now here we have an option of specifying aggregate functions. In previous video we have learned aggregate function like max, min, count, average, mean. So we are going to use that. By default it is mean only. Okay, so I'm going to specify mean only, and if you don't specify then also it is mean. So these are the few parameters you can specify here. Okay, so now let us run this program. So you will see there is not much of a difference, but once I remove this and then print this one, so obviously my data frame is changed, and then if I try to execute my previous function it will return a value error. Okay, you can see my value error is here because I have a duplicate values for government and country. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to execute this piece of a code, and now you will see that mean is calculated for the channel partners in Canada. Okay, and now you can see government, and in Germany it is mean, okay, or average values. Right, now let us have a minimum value in this. Okay, so now if you click on it, now you will find the value for Germany and government is 1321, minimum value. Okay, let us find out whether it is correct or not. Okay, so now you can see I have a Germany column, government Germany, that is 1321 here, and Germany government is 1513 here, and here also you can see there is 2146. So obviously this value is minimum, and you can see here I'm getting the minimum value. Fantastic, isn't it? So I can get a minimum value in all the countries, in all the segments within a seconds. Okay, so which is really very difficult when we talk about a huge data. Okay, now if you try to find out in this small data frame only, then also it is a very really tedious task. Okay, so pivot underscore table makes your task really easy. Okay, now let us try one more thing. We are going to supply a list of columns in the index parameter, and let's it be country, and allow me to remove my next parameter, that is column. Okay, now let us execute this program and see. Okay, now what you will notice is, first of all, I have a segment column under which we have only two countries, Canada and Germany, and you can see minimum value in partners, Canada, that is itna, and that is Germany is 1545. Similarly, for enterprise segment we have a Canada only, and we are getting this value. And in the government segment you can see I have 1 2 3 4 countries, and minimum values are here. Okay, so see, this is really very simple to summarize the data with the help of a pivot underscore tables. Okay, so for data scientists, we often encounter in a situation where we have to find a summary records like this. What will be the minimum value, or what will be the mean value? For example, if I want to check a mean value, that's what I want to specify is just specify this much. Okay, now you can see my mean is here. You can also specify a count here, and you can see the count is also here. You can see in the Germany we have a 3 duplicate values, that's why we are getting a 3. Okay, for Germany mid market we have 2, Mexico 2. Okay, rest are on 1 1. So you can easily get a summary record on the basis of certain columns. Okay, the pivot function also can be used with the help of a PD. Allow me to copy the previous code and paste it here. So here what we are going to use is PD, and then we need to specify a data frame here. Okay, so a data frame is df1, and let's enter. Okay, so we are getting the same result. So these are the two methods in which you can use a pivot underscore table. Whatever method suits you, you can use it. There is no right or wrong method. Okay, so now let us jump to our next function, that is short underscore values. So let us see. First of all, again we have a data frame, and let's print it. So I am getting a data frame here. Okay, now you can see my data frame is aligned according to my CSV file, but I want that it should be ascending order of a unit sold. Okay, so let's try to do it. Is first of all data frame 1 dot short underscore values, and then specify by units underscore sold. S is capital here, so sold. Now you can see in ascending order it is shorted. So unit sold, you can see 888, then 921, then 958. So my data frame is shorted according to unit sold. Okay, now you can specify another parameter called ascending is equals to true or false. This time by default it is true, and now let us specify false. Okay, now if you see, my data frame is shorted in descending order. Okay, now you can not only specify only one column, you can specify multiple columns according to the segment, let's say, and then according to the country. Okay, so if the segment is same, then according to the country. Let's do this. First of all, let's say segment. Now if you click on it, we can see mid market, France, Germany, then Mexico, and then again Germany. Okay, so I want to short if the country is same, then sort according to let's say unit sold. Okay, or if the segment is same, then according to the unit sold. What I can do, I can specify another column here as a list, then specify a comma. Let's use it units underscore sold. Okay, let's run this program. If I have used I have missed a bracket here, so let's correct my code and see the output. So now you can see my values are first sorted according to the segment. Obviously I have specified a descending is equals to false, so obviously in descending order, and then we have sorted according to unit sold. Now you can see it is also in descending order. Okay, so first of all segment is used and then unit sold. You can specify n number of columns. Okay, let's specify sales price, sale underscore price. Now one more thing, you can notice it is done. What I am going to do is I am going to print this data frame, and now you will see my data is not changed. Okay, so original piece of a data I am getting. What I can do is, if I want to sort this particular data and I do not want to create a copy, what I can do, I can specify a parameter called in place. In place is equals to let's say true at this time, and run this. So obviously this function doesn't give you any output, you have to print it. Okay, so now you can see my data frame is changed, or in place it is changed. Now let us talk about one more parameter, that is kind. Okay, kind is a type of a sorting you want in your data frame. Okay, so the possible values of is, it is quick sort. By default it is this one only, so my sorting will be done according to quick sort. Let us replace this one so that I can straight away get the output. Now you can see the sorting will be done according to the quick sort algorithm. Okay, now what other value you can specify here is, let me create a comment here, and you can specify merge sort, and you can specify heap sort. So these are the three possible values you can specify in kind. Okay, so if you specify heap sort, let's copy this one and paste it here, and let's run this. Resulting data frame is same only, but algorithm used by your panda is heap sort instead of quick sort. Okay, now there is another parameter that is called na position. Na underscore position is equals to, you can specify it first oblique last. So na position here, you can say na underscore position, possible value can be first oblique last. Okay, so if your data frame have a null value in these columns, okay, for example for the unit sold or anything else, then it will position according to the first or last basis, depending upon what you have specified in na position. By default it is last. Okay, default value is last here. So today we have learned three functions. First is pivot, which change rows into columns and columns into rows, and gives you a different perspective of our data. And then we used a pivot underscore table function, which gives you a summary report on the basis of our columns values. And then we have used a sort underscore values, which is used to sort your data frame. Okay, so hope seen how panda library makes your life very easy by these three functions here only. And hope you have learned and enjoyed. Thank you very much. See you with next topic. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.